So I'm at the Verizon store and I'm getting a charger and I'm about to be rung up. I said, let me guess. $42. I was $1 short. Then I said, looks like my inner Jew is shining through. Can I get a holla for being a hilarious heeb with a capital H and getting laughs in real time, long time, all the time? Holla. Thank you very much. And then about 2 seconds afterwards, I said to the guy, so the other day I went to Target in Mount Kisco and I saw Michelle Obama's new book, Reach Higher. And at the time I thought to myself, Bill Maher just got a stiffy. Can I get a holla for more hilarious laughs in real time, long time, all the time? Holla. Thank you very much. So I would say the most depressing part of my day was talking to my mother today. I gotta mention my mom, and then I gotta feel about that I'm disrespecting the Lord, and I trip over my fucking words like a stumbling jerk off, edgeless hack, my fucking chest. So anyway, I'm on the phone with my mother, and I asked her to send me the flight information to my email, and she did not know my email address. So I told her, doitalldadyere@outlook.com. And you could cut the tension with a knife. She's like, oh, do it all dad year. Yeah, doesn't really do it for me, not very professional, and I want to pretend I'm not involved in this conversation anymore. So, if you want to ascertain whether you're close or distant from your parents, find out if they know your email address. So, tonight, I shouldn't even be working. The sun is set, and according to the Torah, you should stop working after the sun is set. Now, I wouldn't really consider this hardcore work. I'm riffing, I'm doing some jokes. My ego is at stake. What do freaking do? What's new? But I did want to entertain you because I love my Do It All Dad fan base, old school and new. And I'm gonna give you some extra loving because you deserve it. So I'm gonna read to you a piece called Chicken Cutlet Hunters. The chicken cutlet from the Edgemont Deli on Central Avenue next to Danny's Cycle in southern Westchester County, 30 minutes north of Manhattan, was always the best. My old school dear friend Ari, now a kidney doctor, who parts... I can't do this. I really just want to do jokes. So where does that leave us? I thought I got off to like a semi-strong start, and now I'm waning. My wife just came home with Indian food because our dishwasher is out of commission. Here's on the joke. So the repairman, black guy, nice dude, and his partner, another black guy, nice guy. He admitted to being a LeBron James fan, but nobody's perfect. So at one point, they asked us to remove the plates and all the silverware from the dishwasher, so I started doing it. And then I said to the LeBron James fan, would LeBron James call this white privilege? Can I get a holla? For not holding back one iota forevermore. Holla. Thank you very much. So I was at DeChico's today. This is like Italian grocery store to get some challah for tonight for Shabbat. And I got in a conversation with this woman who, she's a cashier, and I always had an attraction towards her. I've always been into older women, and I was like, she's pretty. I mean, you don't look like so fetching, working as a cashier. It's not as if you could really display the full throttle of your assets. And here in the hinterlands of northern Westchester County, I'm always searching for new jerk-off material. But the point being is, so it was just talking about the election, and I was giving her grief. I was busting her balls in an affectionate way. Told her that the podcast had achieved more than 14,000 downloads, and that I was expecting some immediate real-time commentary on my endless streams of hilarity. And then she talking about the election, and she was first generation, and she was from Portugal. And, I found that she has kids, and talking about the future of who if he became president. But just the fact that she mentioned like Portugal, I got aroused a long time. The chest up top, seemed more mount worthy, and I wanted to look her clean, to be honest with you. This podcast has no definition whatsoever. It's just turned into a pent up sexual psychiatric session. So, what's my point besides telling you a bunch of sporadic jokes? What value am I adding to the conversation? LinkedIn? It's this. Getting up at the crack of dawn at 4:30 in the morning and going for a treadmill run does not remove your hangover. Does not necessarily make you full of energy. But it did lead to me buying my son Archer USA some hoodies today, which he needed, which was nice. And I had a nice moment at Barnes & Noble today with my son, Samuel Chosen Curls is Bound to Woo, getting him a Lego set that his brother could build for him so they could bond together. His brother's like a genius Lego builder. And I was able to have this like beautiful moment where I got this like falafel appetizer, and I was telling my son about tzatziki sauce and how the fresh dill was a real difference maker, and he was dipping it and in the back seat, and he was loving it. I mean, it was like the best thing in his life, and I mean, really happy. And it got me really excited about my upcoming book, Growing Up Coachitarian, because George Bernard Shaw was correct when he says, there's no more sincere love than the love of food, or the love for food, which is true. And, my children say yummy, or if they give me a yummy dance, and, you could say, oh, it's not real work, especially when you buy falafel from a Greek restaurant in Danbury, Connecticut. But did get me excited about the full flavor thrust of Growing Up Coachitarian, which is my future book about assuming ownership of my kids' coachitarian diet and my pursuit to raise proud Jewish fuss-free kids who appreciate daddy's soul man vibrato by embracing the kosher diet and leading by example, in the hopes that his children will do the same, especially while creating a bunch of yummy signature dance creations that will make it easier for them to go down that road after they get bar and bar mitzvahed, so they can make that decision on their own and embrace that diet wholeheartedly or not. This is the Do It All Daddier podcast, dad-friendly entertainment for you and me. Controlling our kids' economy can make our kids great again. My 3 fuss-free kids, 98% of the time, are living proof of it. My daughter read me a story that she wrote yesterday. I'm a freaking idiot. I don't remember the title. She finally finished it because her brothers would get triggered and jealous while she was reading to me in real time. So I had to get up at the crack of dawn this morning so I could sneak in that story time with her. But all I got to say is this. You want an overriding message? It's this. Read to your kids because they absorb everything. Talk to your kids like adults because they absorb everything. Stephen Sondheim wrote this book, famous, Broadway, songwriter, playwright. God is in the details. So don't shortchange your children on the details. Don't shortchange your children on emoting about whatever specialness they bring into this world, because they will remember it, they will absorb it, and they will become that specialness that you emote about wholeheartedly, and they'll love you forever for it. And you're providing them with the rocket fuel to send their hearts and dreams and beautiful visions for more toppable tomorrows higher. Shabbat Shalom, and I'll talk to you guys soon.